children, welcome to English online class of grade 9. Today we are going to discuss a new topic. The topic, as you can see on the screen, is a poem, The Cold Within, written by the poet James Patrick Kinney. Anyway, after a few days I have come to you with my face. So I was learning the technical things to record a video like this. That is why I have taken this much time, or I was behind the curtain giving my voice. So I don't know how far it would be successful and how you will treat this. Anyway, this video has been recorded as part of ICET Public School online classes. This is for grade 9. In their literature book, you have a text to learn the cold within. Okay, without this video sometimes may exceed a little the limited time, sometimes more than 30 minutes, sometimes around 40-45 minutes it may. I don't know, let me check that while recording. After completing the records only I can check. So the poem is The Cold Within, I told you, by James Patrick. Is an American poet. So that I shall discuss. I will tell you this about the poet. Let me read the poem first. Okay, that would be, if you have the textbook, you can open it and look into the lines. I am giving on the screen also, no problem. You can look onto the screen. So in a plain way I am reading it, the poem first one time, the entire poem. So listen very carefully, look onto the lines, then I will explain it. Is it okay? There is a surprise for you in this video also. Keep watching. The Cold Within. 6 humans trapped by happenstance in bleak and bitter cold. Each one possessed a stick of wood, or so the story is told. Their dying fire in need of logs. The first man held his back, for of the faces round the fire he noticed one was black. The next man, looking across the way, saw one not of his church, and couldn't bring himself to give the fire his stick of birch. We can next. The third one sat in tattered clothes. He gave his cot a hitch. Why should his log be put to use to warm the idle rich? The rich man just sat back and thought of the wealth he had in store, and how to keep what he had earned from the lazy, shiftless poor. The black man's face bespoke revenge as the fire passed from his sight, for all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spite the white. The last man of his forlorn group did not accept for gain, giving only to those who gave was how he played the game. Their logs held tight in death's still hands was proof of human sin. They didn't die from the cold without, they died from the cold within. This is the man. I told you the poet now. James Patrick Kinney. He has written this poem. There are not much poems written by him, but the thing is that what he has written, The Cold Within, it became very popular. It became the people, they took it in granted The reason is an American poet. One thing, the poem has been written in 1960s. It has been written, and is an Irish American poet, originally from Irish. And so it was the time, the time was of the American Civil War was going on in 1954 to 68. That you will learn in history. That American Civil War. It was the war was against the discrimination among the white and black and all other kinds of discriminations. So it was like this. At that time, the poem is written. This poem to promote some serious soul searching. How often are we wise enough to rise above our egos? How foolish are we when we give into our prejudices? You know the word prejudices. Its message is relevant even today. What the poem going to say, the message, that is very relevant today. That is why I told you the video may extend a little more. When we face that divisive outlooks in the world that leads to threaten and such kind of threatened voices, the poem is a reminder to overcome our personal demons and be open to the wisdom without egos. Okay, let us look into it. The poem has been written in a way of storytelling manner. He has written it. Okay, it has 8 stanzas are there. We can look the poem one by one, stanza by stanza, line by line. We can explain it, and there are many poetic devices also has been used in this. That all I will discuss at the end of the poem once we explain the stanzas. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Is it getting bored or not? I don't know, dear. Please inform me through WhatsApp how it looks and all, so accordingly I can manage the video or the length or the voice clarity, the technical issues, if I can. Okay, let us look on to the first stanza. This is 6 humans trapped by happenstance. What's the meaning? Happenstance. So it has been created with 2 words, the happening and chance. So by chance, in the sense, happenstance, that happened by chance. 6 humans trapped by happenstance in bleak and bitter cold. Bleak means unpleasant, unhappy, and very severe, and bitter means also very strong cold. Each one possessed a stick of wood. All the humans, they had a stick of wood, a wood stick they had in their hand, or so the story is told. So actually is telling a story what is being told. The poet is not narrating a poem, so he's telling in this poem is that is, or the story is told. The story has been told in that way. That means there are 6 human beings that they have been trapped in a place that is very bitter cold. So here the poem we open up to a bleak area, that means very unpleasant and cold area. The poet recounts a tale. The poet is remembering, recounts a tale, a story he has heard, that is of 6 persons caught together in the grip of very severe winter. Each of them probably had a single stick wood. He is telling that possessed a stick of wood. Everyone has a single wood piece. Not that the poet has poet use of the word humans in this line. Remember that is. So just wait. If I am going to take, I can't see the screen because of the light. I can. So otherwise I can make, yes. Here the pen I can take. Yeah, not this word, humans. So I don't have mouse, in the laptop mouse per it is, that is why it is going like humans. Knowingly he has used, he wants to draw the attention to the gathering as a specific individual, not any animals, individuals, rather than as a collective group. All are individuals. They were trapped by happenstance. It means implying no escape from the situation created by a chance. Okay, if it is created by chance, no escape from that. The usage of dark and bitter, that describing the cold, the meaning of the cold, the strength of that is very severe, that is very the ominous feeling. Okay, we can look happenstances by chance. Then look on the stanza number 2. Here onwards our story starts. I told you, it has been written in a way of storytelling. This stanza number 2, their dying fire in need of logs. That means the fire is going to extinguish, that is in need of firewood. The first man held, I told you, everyone having one piece of wood. Okay, keep in mind, the first man held his back for the faces round the fire. He noticed one was black. One was black, not it. What does it mean? So definitely, probably this person, he could be a white. That is why their fire is going to put out, and the man all are having one thing. So the reason of one man, so he noticed that around that, as in the picture you can imagine, so notice that one man was a black man. So the second stanza cuts into a key character in this story. The dying fire is one. The dying fire is a one character. Here I will come back to this phrase at the end of the poem. Okay, remember the dying fire. The fire is going to fire is dying. I will explain it, okay, at the end. Keep in mind this dying fire. Second stanza, the dying fire. The group's prospect do not look good. Their character, their prospect do not look good in the heart of in the heart of winter. Keeping warm is critical to survive. We know that the fire offers a chance for salvation if each person would use their respective logs to feed it. If everyone having one wood stick, if they are feeding that piece to that dying fire, they can live, because it is very essential. They get a little salvation, happiness because of the fire only. That is going to die. So the dying fire is a silent appeal to the group to help themselves by helping each other. If they are helping each other, the fire will not die. The next verses reveal how the situation unfolds. Now that is a reality. This much I told you. Now the next, it is unfolding the reality. What is the reality? We find that the first person withheld his log from the fire only because it would benefit a black person. He thought, the first person thought, if he put his stick to the fire, the black person will get the benefit. This is what called racism. Dear children, racism. I will tell you that. Then where there is discrimination because of person's race, because of their person's race, there's merely simply because of the skin color, discrimination, it is called racism. So I will show you a video. Recently we have seen the last example for the racism because of the color. So what happened, we can look. Did you notice this? Look on this video. You might have seen it before. This is what called discrimination because of his skin. Look at that man is going to die, that black man, by that white person. Look, he pinned the head of that black man under his knee. Okay, George Floyd is the name of that person, that black man's so you see that video. I can't watch it. If you can watch, or you can just skip it, this part. See,
like, you don't think that?
Look at that white policeman. Look at that white policeman.
Bro, I trained at the academy, bro. That's some bullshit, bro.
They gonna kill me, man.
Yeah, you got police in the red.
I I cannot breathe.
You just a grown. You're a tough guy. You're a tough guy, huh? I think you're a tough guy. You're not even resisting arrest, bro.
His whole nose is
Fight with him.
Bro, but why you just see?
Look at him.
Get out the street.
He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now, bro. No, bro, look at him. He's not responsive right now, bro.
Check for a pulse.
Bro, are you serious? You gonna just let him sit there with that on
Let
his
me
neck,
see a
bro?
pulse.
Is he breathing right now? Check his pulse.
Have this conversation.
Check his pulse.
The fact that you guys aren't checking his pulse and doing compressions if he needs that, you guys are on
Oh
another
my
level.
God, bro.
And then he just gonna
Okay.
pull him
They
up
just
there like
dragging
that,
him
bro.
like, come
Yeah,
on now.
and I have your name tag, bitch.
That's not very professional.
It don't matter. So what? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, fuck.
Back on the street.
Don't touch
You
him.
see,
I got this all on camera. Watch.
Being black in America should not be a death sentence.
so this is what the word racism. You see, this much, every word, this kind of racism is there. You know, so it is worldwide. In India, in America, in London, everywhere, not only in one place. This is what called racism that creates. That is, now you imagine, you think of this stanza, second stanza. So the one man, we talked in the poem, one man, the character, one person. So he is not putting his piece of wood to the fire. That fire is going to die. Now we can look on to this stanza number 3. Are you getting bored or not? I don't know. That look on to the stanza number 3. The next man looking across the way saw one knot of his church and couldn't bring himself to give the fire a stick of birch. Did you understand or not? Word meaning I will give you. This is birch meaning that tree. This tree is called birch. This type, that means the outer skin of that tree that will come out, that black color that will come off easily, like this. This type is called birch, name of a tree, simply understand like that. So the stanza 3 that says that the next man looking across the way, and so he also looked across to him, opposite to him. He saw that one person sitting around the fire, that's there are 6 humans, okay, and one is not of his church. Not of his church means not of his belief. So in Christianity there are different Catholic and Roman, like that different churches are there. So in America church, that is relevant. So in Indian context we have different religions, like that Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Sikh, Jain, like that difference are there. So they are not of in their belief, different belief. They all are human beings. We said that. The point started like that. And look, so what does it mean in this stanza? We move the second person. This is the second person. Okay, the second person looked across the fire and saw someone who he knew didn't share his religious ideology. That is the thing. And just because of that, he can't bear to give up his log to the communal life. This is called bigotry. Remember the word bigotry, bigotry, which speaks of intolerance to a person because they do not share the same opinion or idea. That's the reason of the second person. He is thinking that that person is not of my religion. That's why I will not. So I will tell you, this is relevant in India also, in our around us also. I will show you. Did you listen to this?
സംസ്കാര ചടങ്ങിനെ ചൊല്ലി തർക്കമുണ്ടായ കായംകുളം കട്ടച്ചിറപ്പള്ളിയിൽ 10 ദിവസത്തിന് ശേഷം മൃതദേഹം സംസ്കരിച്ചു. അവകാശ തർക്കത്തെ തുടർന്ന് യാക്കോബായ ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് സഭാവിശ്വാസികൾ തമ്മിലുണ്ടായ അഭിപ്രായ ഭിന്നതയാണ് സംസ്കാര ചടങ്ങിനെ ബാധിച്ചത്. മനുഷ്യാവകാശ കമ്മീഷന്റെ ഇടപെടലിനെ തുടർന്നാണ് ചടങ്ങുകൾ ഇന്ന് പുലർച്ചെ നടത്തിയത്.
യാക്കോബായ സഭയിൽപ്പെട്ട വർഗീസ് മാത്യുവിന്റെ സംസ്കാരത്തിന് വൈദികനായ കൊച്ചുമകൻ പള്ളിയിൽ കടക്കുന്നത് ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് സഭാംഗങ്ങൾ എതിർത്തതാണ് തർക്കങ്ങൾക്ക് കാരണമായത്. വർഷങ്ങളായുള്ള അവകാശ തർക്കം കോടതി കയറിയതോടെ സെന്റ് മേരീസ് പള്ളിയുടെ ഉടമസ്ഥതയിൽ ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് സഭയ്ക്ക് അനുകൂലമായി സുപ്രീം കോടതി വിധി വന്നിരുന്നു. കോടതി വിധി ലംഘിക്കാതെയും മനുഷ്യാവകാശ കമ്മീഷൻ നിർദ്ദേശം പാലിച്ചുമാണ് സംസ്കാര ചടങ്ങുകൾ നടന്നത്. പള്ളിയങ്കണത്തിലും സെമിത്തേരിയിലുമായി നടന്ന ശുശ്രൂഷകൾക്ക് വൈദികനായ ചെറുമകൻ ജോർജി ജോൺ നേതൃത്വം നൽകി. കളക്ടർ എസ് സുഹാസ്, ജില്ലാ പോലീസ് മേധാവി എസ് സുരേന്ദ്രൻ എന്നിവർ ക്യാമ്പ് ചെയ്തു. സുരക്ഷ മുൻനിർത്തി കായംകുളം പുനലൂർ റോഡിൽ ചെറുദൂരം ഗതാഗതം വഴിതിരിച്ചുവിട്ടു. ഈ മാസം 3-ന് മരിച്ച വർഗീസ് മാത്യുവിന്റെ മൃതദേഹം തർക്കത്തെ തുടർന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞ ഏതാനും ദിവസമായി റോഡിൽ വെച്ച് പ്രതിഷേധിച്ചിരുന്നു. പിന്നീട് ജില്ലാ ഭരണകൂടത്തിന്റെ കർശന നിർദ്ദേശത്തെ തുടർന്ന് വീട്ടിൽ മൊബൈൽ മോർച്ചറിൽ സൂക്ഷിച്ചിരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. മനോരമ ന്യൂസ്, ആലപ്പുഴ.
See, this is meanwhile one class is going on, grade 10 class is going on. That is why I am taking the mobile and giving the replies to the children. Okay, have you heard? This is called bigotry because that person is not of our religion, our belief. This is different church issue. Okay, not allowing. This is the human character everywhere in the society. And I will show you another one. Look, I know you might have seen this.
तपस्वी जी, जरा अपना गार्ड को टेलीफोन घुमाओ. वो हमारा धर्म जाने चाहते ना. पहले उका पूछा कि उका ही बच्चे लोग का धर्म.
अरे ये क्या, किस तरह का मजाक हो रहा है यहाँ पर ये?
अरे घुमाओ फुनवा, पूछा उका.
देखो, उसके लिए भगवान से पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है हमें. इतना तो हम खुद ही बता सकते हैं. ये हिंदू है, ये ईसाई है, ये सिख है, ये जैन है और ये तुम्हारी बिरादरी की है.
जरा आप लोग अपना अपना नाम बताओ तपस्वी जी को.
हेलो जी, साडा नाम सुखविंदर सिंह बेदी.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम अब्बास अली याकूब है.
जय जनेंद्र, मैं महावीर जैन.
हाय, आई एम क्रिस्टोफर डिसूजा.
नमस्कार, मैं जगत जननी सानी.
कंफ्यूज आ गए. हम ई सब का ड्रेस अदला बदली कर दिया. समझ रहे ना आप? धर्म का कनेक्शन फैशन से है. हम समझाता. ये देखा, दाढ़ी, मोछ और पगड़ी तो सिख, निकल गई पगड़ी तो हिंदू, और निकल गई मोछ तो मुसलमान. ई फर्क वो रॉन्ग नंबर वाला डुप्लीकेट गार्ड बनाया. असली गार्ड फर्क बनाता तो ठप्पा लगा के भेजता. है कौन ठप्पा आपके बॉडी पे?
मेरे?
अरे टुकुर टुकुर कहाँ देखा? तो कपड़े उतारो, चेक करो. शर्मा कहाँ है? चलो सब लोग कपड़ा उतारो और दिखाओ तपस्वी जी को. है कौन ठप्पा बॉडी पर? अरे कहाँ शर्मा रहे हो? चलो हम भी उतारता हूँ. ठीक है.
Did you see? Did you watch? That is what the religious discrimination is called. I hope you understood, dear children. Okay, let us. The time is going. That is the problem, dear children. Anyway, that is the communal discrimination, bigotry. That is what in third stanza. That is second person. We are moving on to the third person. The third one. The third one sat in tattered cloths. Tattered means torn cloth. He gave his coat a hitch. That means he gave his coat a hitch. He just fastened tightly. Why should his log be put to use to warm the idle rich? To that idle rich person, why should I put my piece of wood to the fire? For that there is a rich person, to that rich person, to make him comfort, why should I put my piece of wood to the fire? He's thinking like that. So here the focus that is changing. Here is a person who seems poor. He looks poor because of his tattered clothes. That means old torn cloths in the cold weather. That is a hint of poverty. He perhaps felt the cold more than the others because of his coat, that has been torn out. So definitely he will feel the coolness, the chill more than any other person. The others, as we noticed, gave his coat a hitch. Then that is why he is giving a hitch, because he is feeling more because of tone, adjusting it closer to his body to that means to wear out some warmth from the inadequate clothing. But here too is a dead end. We see that he is a victim of classism. It's called, first we said racism, now this is called classism, discriminating according to the class. According to the class we are discriminating. Okay, so that means poor, rich, middle class, lower class, above, low, like that. This classism it is called, or discrimination based on social or economic class, considering those the favorably placed than him to be idle. He is defensive, and in his eyes the rich do not deserve his piece of wood or his ration. He will not part with his stick. He will not take part in this using his stick, because he is telling that he is using the word idle rich. He thinks that the rich person, they do not go for any work, idle, they are sitting and commanding to the people to do the work. He is thinking like that. So I will not give my piece of wood to this fire, dying fire, because of that rich idle person. Let him put first. He is rich now. He is thinking like that. So we can now we can look on to the see. There's the poor, the condition of the poor. There is a ego, correct? Do you feel so? The poor having an ego with richness. Okay, now let us move on to the stanza number 5. Stanza number 5, yes, just opposite of that. The rich man just sat back and thought of the wealth he had in store, and how to keep what he had earned from the lazy, shiftless poor. Yeah, look, here it is. Look, now the thought of the rich person. He is thinking that of his wealth. I have much wealth. I have money. I can buy anything if I want. Okay, so how to keep safe that all my wealth? How can I keep my wealth and my money and everything? How can I keep from this shiftless poor? Shiftless poor, that means lacking having no ambition, no energy. This lazy, shiftless, that not going for any work as a beggar. This poor, if he was ambitious, he could have been a rich man, no? So how can I keep all my richness from this kind of people? Otherwise they may steal it. He is thinking like that. So I am not giving to my piece of wood to the fire, because there is a poor man. There is a poor man. I will not give my wealth to that poor. He is a shiftless poor man. So I won't give. That is the thought of this person. Let us see. You might have seen. Look, this Muhammed Shah is you in Kerala. Listen. It is happened in Thrissur, not anywhere, not America or London. In Thrissur.
Was hit by Nisham's Hummer car for
using his Hummer car, he hit a person. Look, and killed that security guard of his flat, because the reason is that he opened the gate late. That watchman.
There was a delay in opening the gate.
Yes, delaying in the opening the gate.
Rushed behind the fountain near the gate. Then Nisham turned his Hummer on the hapless man and pressed him against the wall using the vehicle.
സെക്യൂരിറ്റിയുടെ നില കുറച്ച് ഗുരുതരമാണ് പറയുന്നത്. പോലീസ് എല്ലാവിധ തെളിവുകളൊക്കെ ശേഖരിക്കുന്നു. അതിലൊക്കെതിരായിട്ട് ഈവൻ ഗുണ്ട ആക്ടിലൊക്കെ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്താൻ നേരത്തെ കേസുകളൊക്കെ പരിശോധിച്ചിട്ട് പല ഗുണ്ടാക്ടിനോട് ഉൾപ്പെടുത്താൻ നിർദ്ദേശം കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇത് റിമാൻഡ് ചെയ്യും. റിമാൻഡ് ചെയ്തതിനു ശേഷം ബെയിൽ ഇറങ്ങിയാലും കാപ്പ ആക്ട് അനുസരിച്ച് പിന്നെ നടപടി എടുത്തിട്ട് അയാളെ റിമാൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ ശ്രമം നടത്തും.
See, this is what called class discrimination, rich and poor. He belonged to the died person, the killed person belonged to poor, and that Nizam belonged to rich family, belonged to this, that is what the discrimination. Now I will show you a group of people killed recently a person. Did you notice or not? Look.
അട്ടപ്പാടിയിലെ ആദിവാസി യുവാവ് മധു കൊല്ലപ്പെട്ടിട്ട് ഇന്നേക്ക് 1 വർഷം. ഏറെ വിവാദമായ കൊലപാതക കേസിന്റെ വിചാരണ ഇനിയും തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടില്ല. സ്പെഷ്യൽ പ്രോസിക്യൂട്ടറെയും നിയമിച്ചിട്ടില്ല.
Look, what is the issue? You can listen.
മോഷണക്കുറ്റം ആരോപിച്ചാണ് അട്ടപ്പാടിയിലെ ചിണ്ടക്കിയൂരിലെ മധുവിനെ ആൾക്കൂട്ടം തല്ലിക്കൊന്നത്. കടുത്ത വിശപ്പ് മൂലം ഭക്ഷണം എടുത്തതാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടും ആൾക്കൂട്ടം തടഞ്ഞുവെച്ച് മർദ്ദിച്ച് കൊലപ്പെടുത്തി. മുഖ്യമന്ത്രി ഉൾപ്പെടെ മധുവിന്റെ വീട് സന്ദർശിച്ചിരുന്നു. കുറ്റക്കാർക്കെതിരെ കർശന നടപടിയെടുക്കുമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞെങ്കിലും കേസിന്റെ വിചാരണ പോലും ഇതുവരെ തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടില്ല. മണ്ണാർക്കാട് SC/ST സ്പെഷ്യൽ കോടതിയിൽ പോലീസ് കുറ്റപത്രം സമർപ്പിച്ചിരുന്നെങ്കിലും വിചാരണ ഇതുവരെ തുടങ്ങിയില്ല. ഈ കോടതിയിലെ ജഡ്ജി സ്ഥലം മാറിപ്പോയി. പകരം ജഡ്ജിയെ നിയമിക്കാത്തതാണ് കേസ് വൈകുന്നതിന് കാരണം. മധുവിന്റെ വീട്ടിലേക്ക് റോഡ് നിർമ്മിക്കുമെന്ന വാഗ്ദാനവും നടപ്പിലായില്ല. സാജിദ് അജ്മൽ, മീഡിയ 1, പാലക്കാട്.
Did you understand? Class discrimination, poor and rich. This is what to do. The rich man just sat back and thought of the wealth he had in store. Remember this line. Shall we move on our poem? Otherwise it will be, if I am going to talk, you can't make me stop. Let us move on to 6th stanza. Yes, here comes the black man. The black man's face bespoke revenge as the fire passed from his sight. For all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spy the white. Now his face, the face of black man is telling, is not expressing, but from this face we can understand he is taking revenge against white. Definitely why they will take revenge, we watched a video, George Floyd, a black man being killed by a white man. Definitely the other black people will take revenge against this white. It will go on. That is what civil war happened. And that way. So here also in this group of people, there are only 6 person human beings in that cold and chill area. You see that his face, black man's face, because that white man did not put his piece of wood into the fire. Then why should I put my piece of just for that white man? As the white did not do that, he is trying to take revenge from that. For all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spare. So he is making use of this chance to attack this white. By not putting the piece of wood into the fire, he is taking revenge against the white. That means spit means that a desire to harm another person. He is trying to harm. Yeah, first we have seen a video, watched a video. Now you see the revenge. After that George Floyd being killed, in America, this is what happened. Their anger over the killing of George Floyd continues to spill into the street. You see, they are taking revenge, the blacks. In this, not only black, that means those whoever support the black, all the supporters of black and using this chance, they are looting a shop. The black means maybe the owner of the shop may be a white, so they are taking the revenge.
Why is the man who killed George Floyd not in jail? If you had done it, or I had done it, we would be behind bars right now. And so I'm calling on Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman to act on the evidence before him. I'm calling on him to charge the arresting officer in this case.
See, this is. Now you can imagine, dear children, the society around us, the world around us. Discrimination, discrimination, discrimination. Everywhere in one way or the other way. Okay, let me finish my poem after a short break. Are you ready? In this short break, you are going. I will tell you an activity. That it is a tongue twister. Just please. Can you read? Can you read this? Can you read this? I know you are of grade 9 children. You can read very easily. This is not the challenge. Dear children, can you read the color? Only the color. Don't read black, white, yellow, green, red, blue. No. Don't do like that. How you have to read? You have to read this color, just like you see me. Red, black, green, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, black, red, green, black, black, blue, green, blue, red, black, yellow, black, green, black, black, yellow, like that. Okay, what you have to do? Pause the video, record it as a voice clip. You record it, send to me right now. Pause the video and send to me. I am waiting to listen yours. Okay, please pause the video. Please pause it and record and send to me. I'm waiting. Okay, we are continuing with our poem, stanza number 7. The last man. Now there is one more person. So what is his condition? Let us look. The last man of this forlorn. Forlorn means that means a single. That means marginalized group. That is alone, isolated. Yeah, isolated. You know the meaning of isolation now. So an isolated group. They are only 6. We said no. They have been trapped in a place by chance. The last man of this forlorn group, this isolated group, did nothing except for his gain. So he is thinking of the last person. He is thinking of his gain. What I will get? Okay, I am ready to put my piece of wood to this fire. What I will get? He is thinking of nothing more than that. Giving only to those who gave was how he played the game. So he is only thinking of his life. It's called selfish. Definitely, he is a selfish person. Thinking of his gain only. Such people. For the first time in the poem, The Called Within, the poet foreshadows the fate of the group. They're because of fate, they by chance they are in there. By finally describing the bunch as forlorn or hopeless. Now finally in the final stanza, the poet is describing, they are forlorn, they have no hope, isolated. They are no hope. Such is. Until then, the poet had means reserved judgment, allowing the reader instead to examine each individual in turn. And now the poet has explained 1, 2, 3, all what they have done. Unfortunately, we find that the last person also perpetuates the vicious circle of inertia, not inertia, we can say inertia, that anchor, even the last person also. There is a word for this person's attitude. It is called selfishness, and it is not in the English language that the suitable word, not only the selfishness, you know. So what we can say, there is suitable for looking of his wealth and gain only. Such person is, no one is ready to initiate in this, to put that log into the fire. And just to get the last person also played a losing move in the game. So this is children people are. What to do? What to do? Now the group, nobody is ready to put their piece of that fire. That is, we used the word dying fire. Actually, I will tell you at the last stanza. I will tell that one. That, yeah, this is an example, just for a fun, for a selfishness. Always thinking of his. This just a story, you know. Just as it was a story, it ended in a happy note. In reality, it will not end in happy note, you know. That person definitely he will die. That the other person will take away the wealth, that money. It is selfishness. Nothing, not ready to share. Even a piece of food, the 6 human beings are not ready to share. Then this is the world. It is like this. Last stanza we can look. Going to conclude. Okay, sorry for the for this lengthy video, because I would like to. That means I need to complete this in one video. Otherwise, you will lose the connection. After 1 week, maybe the next week. So that is why it is. Okay, don't worry. It is easy, no? Last stanza is telling their logs, their piece of wood held tight in death's still hands was proof of human sin. They didn't die from the cold without, actually they died from the cold within. It says that actually they had opportunity. There was way. There were ways to escape from that, but the hand, that death's hand, here death has been used, personified, the hand of death, that caught them. The proof is that because of the sin the human being they have done, they died not because of the cold outside, because of the cold inside them. They are not ready to melt their heart, melt the heart. Then only we can survive. We witness the grim aftermath of the groups. You see, death comes, and it is here that death is personified with a stilled hand. That each individual became their own agent of death. The reason of each individual, the reason is they have separate reason. Okay, the fact that each of them still possessed their wood after death also, each of them they possessed their piece of food when they died suggests the twisted motive in then retaining their firewood proof enough of sin. That is the proof of their sin, what they have did at the time, even death also. Okay, we realize it was not the cold weather outside that really killed the group after all. It was the cold in their hearts, the lack of warmth, human spirit, the cold within. That is why they died. That is the reason. These 6 people here, only 5. Okay, no problem. There is one more beyond the screen. They all, everybody died with that piece of food. All of them had. They could have given it the fire. Not ready, because discrimination, racism, communism, and classism, then bigotry, like that, such kind of things. What we can do for that? The society, you are the children of future children. Please get up and ready to fight, not emotionally, intellectually. Be ready to fight against this kind of discrimination. There should not be any more discrimination in the future world, the world of yours. Okay, this should be a lesson for you in this class. Let me conclude my class. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Keep it up. Sorry for the lengthy video. I will come back again with the new lesson. Please send your feedback to me personally to my WhatsApp. Okay, I hope you will do that. Thank you. Have a nice day.